welcome to my little cottage for a few days. I decided to take a little bookish birthday trip. I am in a cabin. I am lovingly referring to it as the cottage while I'm here. And I'm just going to spend the day in this beautiful, beautiful cabin in the middle of nowhere, reading. The best kind of birthday. The best kind of day. I got here late last night, had a lovely night of sleep, woke up and it's this beautiful foggy morning. It's just so quiet. Like, I almost feel the need to whisper, like I'm disturbing someone because of how quiet it is. And I just get to sit here and read all day and all night, and I'm so excited. My lineup is stacked. Let me show you. Let me find. Oh, hold on. I need to put you down somewhere. Hold on. You know what? We're literally gonna hang out like we're having a little sleepover. This is so cute. Okay, lineup stacked. Literally huge stack of books. I also have my Nook with me that has some other books on it too. Also some ebook versions of some of these books in case I want to read late at night without a light, and I can do it on the Nook. I thought ahead. I'm a thinker now that I'm 34. Okay, so let me tell you about the books that I've got. Nice assortment to choose from. Starting off with Ander and Santi Were Here by Johnny Garzavilla. Johnny Garzavilla is one of my favorite authors of last year. They wrote Futbolista, which was probably my favorite book of 2025. This is a YA romance. I'm really excited to read it. It does, I believe, talk about ice. So that'll be a really nice reminder of the real world, won't it? Yeah. All Quiet on the Western Front. This is a classic. It is a historical. I actually don't know if it's fiction or if it's based on a real battle, but in a real war, but I've seen the movie on Netflix. I love it. I've watched it multiple times. I'm excited to read the book. The Names. A current book that is very, very popular, and I got my hands on it right before I left for this trip from my library, and I exclaimed. I'm really excited to read this. I believe this is a fiction about people who have the same name or different names, but the meaning of a name and how a name can change your life. Love it. Another very big popular read right now, The Correspondent. This is an epistolary, which means that it is written in like notes or interviews or recordings or journal entries or letters, instead of kind of your standard prose. And then this one has been on my list for so long, and I've literally been waiting to read this book until this very cabin cottage trip on my birthday. So this one's for sure getting read. I actually don't know what I'm going to start with. I kind of feel like I want to start with something that I can like fly through. That way I like get off to a good start. Oh, did I mention this is kind of a readathon? It's kind of a readathon. Not your traditional though, like 24-hour readathon, because as I have mentioned, I am 34 now, and I just will not stay up for 24 hours straight. I didn't do it last time I was in a cabin and did a readathon, and I certainly won't be doing it now. Okay, I'm going to drink some more of my coffee. I am also probably going to film some other yappy style videos while I'm here, about my thoughts on heated rivalry, my thoughts on turning 34 and being in the bookish community in your mid-30s. I don't know if those will be up when you're watching this in particular, but you know, just go ahead and subscribe and check out some of my other videos, because it's worth it, because I think I'm pretty doggone cool. And that's a fully unbiased opinion. I just took like a 3-hour-long nap. It's after 1 in the afternoon. We're not talking about it. We're not talking about it. the sun is setting and it is almost, I think, 6. I have just realized that I left like half of the things at home for the dinner that I was gonna cook myself tonight. So I think I'm gonna have to go out and get something to eat here in a little bit. But I am so close to being done with this first book. I think I've got maybe like 100 pages left, which now that I say it does not sound so close at all. But I think I want to try to get it finished before I go get something to eat. But I'm reading The Girls Who Grew Big. It is so good. Layla Motley just knows how to write a book, and as most of the like fiction books that I've read recently, it's just posing so many great questions that are really making me think about life and what we decide and why we decide it and how we decide it and whether we settle or not and why we make those choices and love and how all of that mixes into this and how the love of romantic love is in many ways the same but also different than friendship love and the love that we have for family or kids. And it's a really really good book. I don't know what I'm gonna read after this. I put a poll up on my Instagram asking what folks thought I should read what I should read next. And I think Andrew and Santi were here, and The Correspondent were the top 2. So I think I'll probably choose between those 2 and maybe, hopefully, I don't know, get at least one more book read while I'm here. Maybe 1.5 or 2 more. 3 total. That would be kind of crazy, but we'll see how late I want to stay up tonight and how early I want to wake up tomorrow morning before I head out. Okay, I think I'm going to finish reading, and then I will probably talk to you when I start the next book, and we'll do like a little wrap up at the end with a summary of everything I read. I think that's what I want to do. I kind of just want to like eat and quietly read for the rest of the night, so I'll show you a few clips here and there, and then we'll chat in the morning. Good morning. It's the first time I've spoken today. Can you tell? It is Friday morning. I am headed home here in a few hours, but making some coffee, gonna hang out and read for a little bit before I go. It was a good night of sleep last night, but very, very windy and lots of storms. I think we were under, at one point, a thunderstorm warning and a tornado watch. So just a lot like happening and to already be sleeping in a new space. It was a very interrupted night of sleep, so I did sleep in a little bit longer than I intended to. I hoped to wake up and maybe start and finish All Quiet on the Western Front, but I don't think that's gonna happen before I leave. I do want to start something now. I just don't know what. I think I might do Ander and Santi. And I wonder if you say it Ander and Santi. Ander and Santi. That sounds better. Ander and Santi are here. I think maybe that's what I'll do. We're here. Start this, because this did also win the poll on my Instagram. So I do really want to read it. I think I'll do that, and maybe I'll finish it when I get home this evening. And then my weekend book can be All Quiet on the Western Front. I just really want to read a ton of books. I'm like in that mood. I have the itch and I need to scratch it. So yeah, I'm gonna have some coffee, cozy up because it is freezing in here, and read for a little bit before I head out. packing up here and about to head out. Wanted to give you one more quick little update and snippet on my experience. This was so lovely. It was such a beautiful reminder of why I love to do solo trips like this and how much I love to read and just kind of like spend time in nature. And also it reminded me how much I love my family and being at home with my husband and my pets and dogs and cats, and that was like such a beautiful like thing to realize, that I love doing this and being out here and getting to read and spending some alone time, and also I equally love my life at home and that I'm excited to get back to it. So it's made me realize I want to do more things like this and also try to find more ways to create like these quiet moments in my day-to-day life in my home. So we'll see how I get up to that, but I did thoroughly enjoy everything that I've read since I've been here. There's something else I was gonna say. I know I've forgotten it. Felt like it was a really good way to wrap up this video though, and I was like, ooh, that'd be good to mention. And now I cannot for the life of me remember it. Oh no. With that, I bid you adieu. I will give a like full review and wrap up of the books that I read while I was here in my monthly wrap up, coming out probably in a couple weeks. So stay tuned for that. But another year older, another cabin trip in the books. Yeah, I will see you next time. Bye.